Labour Party reveals why it presented few witnesses contrary to proposed 50 at the tribunal. Yeah, there are a lot of people that want to testify for Labour Party and for Peter Obi because a lot of people put effort in this election. People came out like never before to vote. Unfortunately, the outcome of the election was not what was expected because of electoral violence and electoral rigging and fraud, which is quite unfortunate. Now the case is at the tribunal, and a lot of people have been lined up to come and testify. Peter Obi and the Labour Party actually proposed having 50 witnesses, but the way things are going, they are not going to be able to present the whole 50, and I'm sure probably because of time and because of the volume of items that they need to analyze as well. But let's see how that goes. The Labour Party Presidential Campaign Council spokesperson and witness Dr. Tanko Yinusa has clarified the party's limited number of witnesses at the ongoing presidential election petition tribunal. Politics Nigeria reports that Dr. Yinusa explained that the court granted them a restricted time frame, resulting in the party featuring about 10 witnesses. Recall that Peter Obi, the Labour Party's presidential candidate in 2023 election, had initially announced his intention to present 50 witnesses who would provide testimony and evidence to support claims of election rigging against President Tinubu's victory. However, Obi concluded his case last Friday, having presented only 10 witnesses out of the originally planned 50. So this drew criticism from certain segments of the public, particularly members of the ruling All Progressive Congress. They questioned Obi and his legal team's dedication, dismissing them as lacking seriousness in their challenge. Can you imagine? APC propagandists, they will always hinge on something. Reacting during an interview, Dr. Tanko Yinusa clarified that it had been agreed among all parties to limit the number of witnesses to at least 10 in order to save time. I'm sure. He further confirmed that despite his agreement, some of their witnesses were unable to testify due to time constraint and unforeseen circumstances. It has to do with the relationship of the processes because it was that there would be time allocated to those who would defend, who would ask questions and cross-examine. Okay, time were allocated, like for you, if you are presenting a witness, you have 30 minutes, and then the cross-examination 15 to 20 minutes. It was also agreed that despite all your proceedings, you have not less than 10 witnesses. It was an agreement between all the lawyers in the court, and this is how the process will go in order to manage time, that whatever 50 witnesses can do, 10 can also do within the short period of time. You may end up finding out that even INEC may just have only 2 witnesses and may not even present them. Okay, so we did even well to present all our witnesses. Some of them couldn't travel because of the period and time to meet up with the remaining ones that we wanted to present, he said. Asked if he was satisfied and had confidence in the process, he said, I have hope and I don't want to say confidence because anything can go in our judicial system, considering that we have witnessed in the past what can be in the future. But I am hopeful that the outcome would be in the favor of the Nigerian people. Okay, so that's exactly what Tanko Yinusa is saying. The only reason they're not presenting up to 50 witnesses as originally planned is because of time constraint. And the court and all the lawyers have agreed that each case should not have more than 10 witnesses, or each party should not have more than 10 witnesses to be able to save time for cross-examination and for testifying and for document reviewing. Okay, and then APC is already saying that they are unserious people. You know, they are already turning into propaganda. But it's the process they are following, and the judiciary is in charge of that process, and they are going by the rules and by the by the instructions. Okay, so but they are saying that they're okay, even with the 10 they are provided, there's a belief that whatever 50 people could have done, the 10 could have also done it. And I'm sure at some point people would have just been repeating witness cases and all of that, or citing examples. So this is exactly the reason why the Labour Party is not presenting up to 50. And we also know that on Friday, both Labour Party and PDP have also closed up the case against Tinubu, APC, and INEC. And what they say closed up doesn't mean that the case is closed. It means that they cannot bring in witnesses or evidences anymore. Okay, the window that is allowed to bring in witnesses and evidences and documentation is closed. So now they need to go into the real debate, into the real analysis of the meat of the matter to be able to come out with a judgment. That is what it means. So the court case or the tribunal case is still ongoing, but just that they cannot bring any more witnesses or any more evidences or documentation. That is what closing up the case means. So what Tanko Yinusa is saying here is that they cannot get 50 testifiers because of time constraint. His Excellency has proved his case beyond that. Tinubu is just holding brief for him. Hey, yeah, sorry for your loss. Can you imagine? Another APC supporter is trying to show empathy. Somebody said he's holding brief for 8 years. I agree with you. Can you imagine? So when you say holding brief, you think he's going to hold brief for 8 years, Abi? Is that what you think it is? Okay, so you were able to present few witnesses because you have few witnesses who, with no evidence of rigging, stop lying against the court. Your petition is dead on arrival. For where this is propaganda. How is it dead on arrival? They have shown enough witnesses, both audio and video and document. They you put TV for them there. They watch film. So what else do you want? He has presented enough things. No wahala. Another is saying the president-elect of Nigeria social media, Mr. Gregory Obi, has no case. Okay, no rigging in the east, but there's rigging in Lagos. Obi, you have lost your head. Can you imagine? Why are you insulting him now? How are you insulting him? Another person think, I think you are an illiterate. They don't give him back now. You should be the one that is an illiterate. You don't come back. How will a sound human being think that rigging did not take place in the east in favor of Gregory, only pointing fingers to other regions? So another say truth does not need much talk to prove it. 50 or 10 persons as witnesses will all say the same thing. Sure, brother, you have nailed it at all. They will understand you. Which understand? 10 persons in the population of over 200 million, ridiculous approach. Who told you? This party is full of jokes. You guys requested to bring 50 witnesses. How well did you guys prepare for them? Few that you guys put forward are just contradicting things for your party, Labour Party and its candidate. You guys have no case. Can you imagine? No wahala now. They presented enough documentation. Let the court go and chew what have been presented. Somebody say wait until you see the ones APC and INEC will present. How many will they present? Your comment resemble your name, Mugu TV. Can you imagine? That is Mugu TV. People get name. God will help us in this country. So no problem. Whether 10 or 50 witnesses are presented, court will use the information they've got to make the judgment. So that is what is coming from Labour Party at this point in time. Thank you for listening, and let's have your comments.